I am Gowrishankar. I am going to handle Introduction to Python. Python is a high-level programming language. It is used for many different applications. It is a high-level programming language and it is an object-oriented one. Python is used by professional software developers at places such as Google, etc. The main features of Python are it is an object-oriented programming language. We can write programs in both style. That means procedure-oriented and object-oriented. Before going to object-oriented programming, we have to learn about object-oriented programming concepts. The various object-oriented programming concepts are class, objects, and next one data abstraction, and next one data encapsulation, and next one polymorphism. These are the object-oriented concepts supported in Python. Class is nothing but class is a collection of different objects. The class is a blueprint of an object. Class contains data and functions. It is a collection of data and functions. It is a blueprint of an object. A class syntax is similar to other language. It is created by using syntax class name, the body of the class. The body of the class may be the data and functions. Next concept is object. Object is nothing but it is a real world entity. Object contains the state and behavior of class. Object contains the state and behavior of the class. State is nothing but it represents data or variable. Behavior represents methods or functions. Object contains the code. It is a real world entity. Object can be created by Python using syntax object name equal to class name. Object is initialized by constructor. Here in Python, constructor is we are using init function as a constructor to initialize its objects. Next we are going to see about data abstraction. Data abstraction is nothing but it is a data abstraction is nothing but it shows the only internal. It shows only the essential things without knowing the background details of the program implementation. That is known as data abstractions. In data abstraction is achieved by using abstract class in Python. Abstract class is nothing but it contains only abstract methods. Its implementations are implemented by derived classes. That is known as abstract class. Data abstraction is achieved by using abstract class in Python. Next one is data encapsulation. Data encapsulation is nothing but wrapping up of data and functions into a single unit. That is known as class. Class uses the concept of data encapsulation. In a class when by using data encapsulation, it prevents the accidental modifications to objects value. Next we are going to see about inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but deriving the properties of one class to another class or from old class to new class. We can say in Java from superclass to subclass or base class to derived class. Deriving the properties of parent class to child class is known as inheritance. The advantage of inheritance is code reusability. In Python there are four types of inheritance. First one is single level, second one multi-level, third one multiple inheritance, fourth one hierarchical inheritance. Next we are going to see about polymorphism. Polymorphism is nothing but ability to take more than one action. That is known as polymorphism. For example, operator overloading, we have a plus of binary binary operator. That here the plus operator is overloaded to act as a many forms. That is, plus operator used to add a operands, and also we can use to concatenate the strings. The plus operator act in many forms by using operator overloading. Another example is a method overloading. A method overloading is nothing but the same function name can perform different actions in different situations. For example, add function can add two integer numbers when we give input as an integer. When we give float as a input, it will add float numbers. The same function name can perform different actions in different situations. This is known as operator overloading. These are the basic concepts of object-oriented programming. So Python supports both style, that is object-oriented style and procedure-oriented style. It is compact and very easy to use object-oriented programming language. It is more capable to express the purpose of the code. It is an interpreted language. It can run on variety of platforms, that is platform independent language. It is free and open source. Python allows you to split the programs into modules that can be reused in other Python programs. Programs written in Python are much shorter than C or C++ or Java programs. Next we are going to see about Python fundamentals. The Python fundamentals are nothing but we have to learn about character set, tokens, keywords, literals and data types, etc. These are the Python fundamentals. A character set is nothing but it is a combination of alphanumeric characters and special characters. That is a character set. A token is a collection of keywords, identifier, literals. These are known as tokens. The smallest individual unit of a program is known as a token. Example for tokens are keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, punctuators. Keyword is nothing but it is a reserved word, and identifier is a name of the variable. Literals are a constants. Literals can be string type, numeric type, a boolean type, and special literal. String literals are formed using single quotes and double quote in Python. Python allows you to have a certain non-graphic characters in a string values. Non-graphic characters are those characters that cannot be typed directly from keyboard. The non-graphic characters are represented by escape sequence by using backslash. Types of strings in Python are single line string and multi-line string. Single line strings are terminated in one line and ended with single quote. Multi-line strings can be created by two ways. One is by adding backslash and another one is by using triple quotes. Numeric literals in Python are integer, float and complex numbers. Integer represents a positive or a negative whole numbers. Float represents real or numbers with fractional or decimal part. Next one is a complex literal. These numbers are in the form of a plus bi, where a is a real part, I is a imaginary part. That is a complex number. Next one is a boolean literal used to represent one or more than one values, that is true or false. The operators in Python are unary operator, next one binary operator, a bitwise operator. Next, shift operators, identity operators, relational operators, and logical operators, and assignment operators, and membership operators. These are the operators available in Python. Next, we are going to see about variable and assignments. A variable is nothing but it is an identifier or a named memory location that refers to a value and whose values can be used for processing during a program is called a variable or identifier. Variable can be created or initialized by using variable name equal to value. This is the syntax for creation of a variable and assignments. In Python we can do a multiple assignments. Different variable name is assigned to a one value. We can assign the same value to multiple variable. We can also assign a multiple values to multiple variables. Python is a dynamic typed language. If you assign a value to a variable, there is no need to specify a data type. You assign to a same variable. In Python, to get input from the user, an inbuilt function, input function, is used. For printing, for displaying the output, we are using a print statement. Next, we are going to see about data handling in Python. Before going to data handling, we have to see about data types in Python. The data types supported in Python are number, string, and number, string. These are standard data types. List, tuple, dictionary, or collection data types. The numbers in Python have a core data types. The core data types are integers. That is maybe a signed integer in Python can be of any length. It only limited by the memory available. Next one is a floating point. The fractional numbers can be written in two forms. One is fractional form and another one is a exponent form. The next data type is a complex data type. A complex number is a combination of real number and imaginary number. We can retrieve these two parts using attribute references. Next one is a string data type. String data type holds the string data, which is any number of valid characters, into a set of quotation mark. Next, we are going to see about collection data types. Collection data types are also known as compound data types. List, tuple, dictionary are example for collection data types. List data type can be modified, but tuple data cannot be modified. A list in Python represents a list of elements. It can be created by using square bracket. Tuples are represented by a parenthesis. The difference between list and tuple are list cannot be modified. List can be modified, but tuples cannot be modified. A list is a tuple, immutable element, and tuple is a immutable one. Both in list and tuples, we are using indexing to access the elements. The mutable and immutable types are used in Python are broadly classified into two categories, that is modifiable and non-modifiable. The immutable data types are those never change their values in the place. Integer, float, boolean, string, and tuples come into this category. These are immutable data types. The mutable data types or those values can be changed. These types are list, dictionaries and sets. All the data or values are referred to as object in Python. In Python, every object has 3 key attributes associated to it. The type of an object, and next one is value of an object, and third one is the identity of an object. Next we are going to see about conditional statements. Before going to see about conditional statements, there are types of statements available in Python. They are empty statement, simple statement, compound statement. Empty statement is nothing but does not have any statement, is known as empty statement. Empty statement is a pause statement. Whenever Python encounters a pause statement, Python does nothing and moves to the next statement in the flow of control. Next one is a simple statement. Any single executable statement is a simple statement. Next one is a compound statement. It represents a group of statements executed as a unit. It consists of header and body. Next one is flow control statement. The flow control statements are executed serially, selectively or iteratively. First one is sequence statements. The execution of statement follows the top to bottom approach, that is known as sequence statement. Next one is selection statement. The execution of statement is based on condition. If the condition evaluates to true, a group of statements are executed, else other group of statements are executed. Next one is a iteration statement, that is looping statement. When the set of statements are executed repeatedly based on a condition, it is called iteration statement. The if statement of Python is similar to other languages like C and C++. The syntax is shown as if, a conditional expression, group of statements. Next one is a group of statements. The if else statement is similar to C and C++. We can use multiple if else statements, that is if else ladder. In Python, if else ladder is constructed by using the following syntax, that if condition, and the next one is a group of statements. Next we have to use elif statement, condition, and another elif statement. Last one is a else, and next one is a group of statements. We can use nested if statement. Next one is iterative statement. The statements allows you set of instructions to be performed repeatedly until a certain condition is fulfilled. Python provides two types of loops, that is two types of iterative statements. First one is a for loop and another one is a while loop. This loop represents two categories of loops, which are counting loops and conditional loops. The loop that repeats a certain number of times is a for loop. The loop that repeats until a certain thing happens is a conditional loop, that is while loop. The for loop syntax is for iteration variable in sequence. Next is a group of body of the for loop. Next is a while loop statement. While loop statement follows the same syntax in C and C++. The syntax is while, a logical condition. Next one is a body of the loop. We have apply else statement in while loop. The else class of a loop executes when the loop terminates normally. It does not execute when the loop is terminated through break statement. We have another syntax for loop. We can use range function in for loop. The range function has a three parameter. First one is a start value, and second one is a stop value, and third one is a step value. Step value means it is a iteration value. Next we are going to see about jump statements. Jump statements are break and continue, used in Python as a jump statement. The break statement skips the rest of the loop and jumps out of the loop. A statement, whereas continue statement skips only that part of the loop, but remain in the loop will be executed. For example, here we are using x in range, start value as 1 and the end value is 11 and the step value as a 1. Here the number will be printed as up to 5. The number will be printed because here we are using break statement. It terminates from the body of the loop. Next example, we are using continue loop. It skips the certain iteration, and next it skips the fifth iteration, so the 5 will not be printed in the output. This is a continue statement. We can use loop as a nested loop. If a loop is contained inside another loop, that is known as nested loops. Next we are going to see about text handling. Text handling can be done by using string data type and string methods, string operators, etc. We can traverse a string iteratively through the elements of string, one character at a time. Next we can use string operator to concatenate two strings. The operator plus is used to combine two strings. Next we have to move to replication operator, that is repetition operator. In Python we can repeat the output by using replication or repetition operator as a star operator. We can use membership operator for text operations. They return boolean values like true or false. If the value is true, it will. If the elements are present in the string, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Next, there are comparison operators are also applied to string in Python. The comparison is based on character to character. String slicing. String slicing means a part of the string is obtained in the following manner. By using string slicing operator, a square bracket, we have to mention starting character of the string and the ending character of the string. The length function is used to obtain the length of the string. Next we are going to see about list manipulation. What is a list? List is a standard data type in Python which contains the value of any data type. Python list is a mutable list. List is created by using square brackets. A list can be any value separated by comma and kept inside the pair of square brackets. To create a list, we use the following statement: that list object equal to square bracket. Within the square bracket, the elements are present up to n. We can also create empty list by using empty square bracket. We can have nested list. A list can have a list as an element, which is known as nested list. We can create list from existing sequence. List can be accessed by using a string slicing operator, that is square bracket. We have to mention the start and end value of the string or list to be sliced. We can access the list by using iterative statements. List elements are stored like strings in Python. They also have index like string. In list, indexing is allowed. In list, we can store duplicate values or elements. The list name stores references where its elements are stored index wise. Each of the individual items of the list are stored somewhere else in memory. Lists are similar to string in the following ways. Because it has length function to return the number of items. It has indexing and slicing. List supports membership operators and concatenation and replication operators. Concatenation operator plus and replication operator is star. Strings are not mutable, whereas lists are mutable. We can traverse a list by using for loop. For iteration variable in sequence. Next we have to print the list. We can also compare the list by using comparison operators like, that is relational operators like double equal to, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. List elements are compared based on their index position. Next we have join the list by using plus operator. We can concatenate the list by using plus operator. A repetition of the list is done by using star operator. Slicing the list can be done by using the square bracket. We have to mention the starting element of the list, and we have to the end, specify the ending of the element list. In slicing of the list item in Python, it simply returns the elements of the list which fall between the boundaries. We can also extract the alternate values in the list by using the following format. By using list square bracket, start value, next end value, next one is a step value. To reverse the list, we have used negative indexing. Negative indexing is allowed in list, similar to string. We can append the elements to a list by using the format. And by using the method append method, list.append, we have to pass item as an parameter or argument. We can also update the elements to a list by using the format list index equal to new value. We can also delete the elements from the list by the following format by using del list of index. We can remove an element from the list by using pop method. Pop method has a one argument, that is index. We have to mention index as an argument to remove the element from the list. We can also copy the list by using the assigning the list object to another object. We can copy the values of one list to another list, or old list to new list. The list we have every list object is an instance of list class. Therefore, list manipulation methods can be applied on list objects. That is, to call the method, we have the following syntax: the list object dot method name. For example, list is a object, a dot operator. Next, we have to call the method name, that is append. We have to pass item as an argument. Next we are going to see about extend method in list. It is used to add multiple elements given in the form of list. We can add multiple elements by using extend method. Next one is insert method. This method is used to insert an item within the list. The same syntax is followed, that is object name dot method name. We can also sort the list by using sort method. Sort method follows one argument, that is reverse argument. We have to mention reverse as true or false, that is boolean values. By default, it is increasing order. If you want to change the order, means we have to mention argument as a false, that is reverse equal to false for descending order. Okay, thank you.